Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Carmel Lovell, and today I'm going to show you how to make this fabulous little Easter chick using a Cadbury Creme Egg or a Galaxy egg, anything that's egg size. I'm just going to swap cameras now so you can see my hands better. I'm starting off with a tiny little board. This is a 4-inch cut edge board. You can buy them in any cake decorating shops. I have pre-coloured some marzipan. You could also use sugar paste or Saracino modelling paste. I think marzipan and chocolate go quite well together. So to do the feat, I'm just going to do a small ball of marzipan about the size of my thumbnail. Cut it in half. If you want two of the same things, you always cut something in half. Make it into a nice cone shape. Flatten it and just pinch out a little bit of a web foot. Great thing to do with the children over the Easter break. So there's one little foot. This is going to be right underneath the body, so you don't have to worry about it being too perfect. Again, same for the second foot. The beauty of these is you don't need much equipment. I have some chocolate melting to the side of me here. I've just put some chocolate into a mug and I have it sitting in a saucepan of water because that keeps it nice and soft for a period of time for me. Put my little web feet down, add some chocolate to the top, and I'm going to stick my egg onto that. Don't be too generous with the chocolate. This egg for this animal will go, the front of the egg is going to be the chest and the head, and the back is the tail. I'm going to make my tail now and my wings. You could use little cutters for your wings if you wanted to, but I'm going to show you how to make them with no cutters at all. So tail first, a tiny ball. It's about the size of a pea. Make it back into a cone shape. Flatten it down nicely. If your paste is sticky, use a tiny bit of icing sugar. I'm just using a butter knife, something nice and blunt, and I'm just marking that and cutting out some feathers to give it a nice feathery look. Bit of chocolate on the back. Again, not too much. The thing with using melted chocolate is, as soon as chocolate cools down, it sticks. If you were to use royal icing or something and used too much, it would squirt out and look unsightly, whereas the chocolate is the same colour as the egg. Just going to do my wings now. So I'm going to cut a ball in half because I want the two to be about the same. Back into a cone shape, and really the wings are very much the same shape as the tail. These are going to be nice big wings. I'll probably put these out a bit as if he's trying to fly away. Again, I'm just moving my finger from side to side, and that gives me a nice fat cone shape. Same thing with my knife, mark some feathers. Doesn't matter if you cut through it a little. And both are now done. Bit of chocolate. I put the chocolate onto the wing because I find it's more controlled. And then I can put that exactly where I want my wing to fit. So on the side, up towards the head, and attach that. And I'm just going to hold that for a second. I think it's a very good idea to hold things with cake decorating rather than put more glue on. Just hold it about to the count of 5 gently to give the glue a chance to work. Doesn't matter whether you're using an edible glue, chocolate, royal icing, whatever you're using. It just needs to have time to catch hold. And the second wing on the other side. And look, if you look at from the back, he looks like he's about to fly away. if you were doing several chicks, it's quite nice to give them different characters. And the way you do that would be slightly different expressions in their eyes, different size wings, different position wings. I'm just going to make the head now. Again, that's a bit bigger than my thumb. I want to pop it on the top and just see if it's about the right size. It's a little bit big. That's the thing with modeling. You just have to try it and see. That's all the cracks taken out of that. And I have a tiny bit of orange, the same as I used for my feet. I use Sugar Flare colours, these ones, to colour everything. And this was melon, and my feet were tangerine, nice and bright. So I'm just going to roll a beak out. And to do the beak, the easiest way, roll your paste not too thin and just cut a diamond shape, a nice long diamond. And there's my beak. I'm going to place this gently on top of my head, and I'm going to use a paintbrush to stick right into the middle. That gives me a mouth, and it also gives me a chance to just move my beak forward a little. So look, looks like he's looking for food or squawking, clucking away. I'm also going to use the back of my paintbrush to make two little eye holes either side. Stick this on with some chocolate. Again, be careful not to use too much. And I'm going to put this on the top of the egg. Don't try attaching it there, because what will happen is it'll fall off. So again, just put them up there, and the center of gravity will help keep them in place. To do the eyes, I have just used a tiny bit of royal icing because I've already had this made up. If you don't have any royal icing made up, all you need to do is pop a tiny little bit of white sugar paste into the eye socket. If you're making a lot of these, it's worth making up a tiny bit of royal icing. You can buy the packs, or you can just make up a tablespoon at a time by adding a few drops of water from just royal icing sugar. There's my little eyes put in. This eye looks a little bit big, so I'll just take some icing away from that. Overfilled it a little. And I'm going to just use a little bit of blue Sugar Flare colour. I'm just going to take a little bit out and put it on the side of my cup and draw little pupils in. I've used blue because I just think it looks cute. Now remember, when you're doing eyes, don't put them looking straight ahead, because it'll invariably look cross-eyed. So put them sort of looking in one direction or the other. And I think it's really nice to put a little hat. Because it's Easter, we'll put a little Easter bonnet on them. So I've got some purple here and some pink. I'm just going to roll out a tiny bit of paste. I'm using little primrose cutters and little blossom cutters. You can see them there. For some of my bigger animals, I'll go with a bigger cutter. On one of my animals in a later video, I'll also show you how to make a little bowler hat or top hat. Tiny bit of glue, pop that right on the top. It's like a little mop cap. And if I want to, I can add a different colour little bauble on the top. And some I might cut out a second little flower, because it's quite pretty to have two flowers on top of each other as a hat. This one, I'm just going to add a tiny little ball, like a little pom-pom. And that's my finished animal. I like to finish these off with a few extra little Easter eggs, but you can see if you wrap that up in a bit of cellophane, a nice ribbon on the top, this would be just a beautiful present. And there's not too much chocolate in it. I'm just going to add a few little small mini eggs around here, as if he's on a little nest. I've just used Cadbury mini eggs, and on some I've used Terry's mini eggs. All of these are available from the supermarkets and news agents and things, so you won't have any trouble getting hold of them. Nice little purple egg, I think, and that'll be that finished. There we are. Just let the chocolate set on those. My lovely Easter chick. I hope you've enjoyed. Oh, dropped one. Hope you've enjoyed that video. I will be back to show you how to make an elephant and a pig and an Easter bunny. So I hope you'll enjoy the other videos.